Hello everyone and welcome to Bridge English Channel, where learning English is simple, warm, and enjoyable. A bridge that brings you closer to new friends, new cultures, and people from all over the world. I'm Catherine.
Hello, Catherine, and hello to all our wonderful listeners. It's really nice to be here with you once more today.
It really is. Every time we sit down to record, I feel happy. I feel like we're all sharing the same moment, just talking, learning, and smiling together.
Yes, it feels comfortable, like a safe place where people can practice English in a relaxed way.
Exactly. And I love knowing that people from all over the world are listening. It makes this conversation feel real and full of life.
That's so true. And Catherine, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm really glad we're here together today.
Me too. Feels like a good moment to slow down, talk, and just be together.
Before we begin, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us grow and gives us energy to keep creating these conversations for you.
Yes, it really helps us a lot.
So John, today I thought we could talk about something very normal. Something we all talk about in daily life.
I agree. It's something people often ask when they meet someone new.
Exactly. Today we're talking about how to talk about your job in English.
Ah, yes. One of the first questions people ask is usually, what do you do?
Yes. Such a simple question, but sometimes it feels difficult to answer, especially in another language.
That's very true. Even in your own language, talking about your job can feel personal.
It can. Your job is connected to your time, your energy, sometimes even your identity.
And sometimes you love your job, and sometimes you don't know how to explain it simply.
Exactly. And that's why we wanted to talk about it today in a very natural way.
No pressure, just like two people chatting over coffee.
So let's start simply. John, what do you do?
Well, I'm a graphic designer.
A graphic designer. That sounds creative. What does that mean exactly?
It means I design things on the computer. I create logos, posters, and images for companies.
So, when I see a logo on a coffee cup or a website, someone like you made it?
Exactly. Someone sat at a computer and thought about colors, shapes, and ideas.
That sounds fun, but also a little stressful sometimes.
Yes, it can be. Some days I feel very creative, and other days I just stare at the screen and think, nothing is coming.
I think many people can relate to that feeling, not just designers.
Definitely, and sometimes clients change their minds a lot.
Ah, yes, clients. That's a word people hear often at work.
Yes, a client is the person or company you work for. They pay you for your work.
And sometimes they say, I love it. And sometimes they say, can we change everything?
Exactly, and you smile and say, sure, no problem, even if inside you're a little tired.
That smile is a very important work skill.
It really is.
So, when someone asks you, what do? You usually say, I'm a graphic designer.
Yes. Or sometimes I say I work as a graphic designer. Both are very common.
That's good to remember. Or I work as a. Both sound natural.
Yes. And sometimes people add where they work, like I work from home or I work for a small company.
That's true. So let me answer the question now. John, what do you do, Catherine?
Yes, what do you do?
I'm a teacher. I teach English to young learners.
That's a beautiful job. And when you say young learners, how old are they?
They're usually between 6 and 10 years old. Very curious, very energetic.
I can imagine. That must be noisy sometimes.
Very noisy. Some days my classroom sounds like a small party.
And some days maybe very quiet.
Yes. When everyone is tired, it suddenly becomes very quiet. When people talk about their jobs, they often also talk about how they feel about it.
Yes, people often say things like, I like my job, or I love my job, or it's okay.
Exactly. So, John, how do you feel about your job?
I like it a lot. It's creative and flexible, but it can also be tiring.
That sounds very honest. Not perfect, not terrible, just real.
Yes, and that's okay. Jobs don't have to be perfect to be good.
That's a sentence worth remembering, I think. When people are learning English, they sometimes feel they need a big, impressive answer.
But simple answers are often the best.
Yes, you don't need to explain your whole life story when someone asks, "What do you do?"
Exactly, a short answer is usually enough.
And if the person is interested, they'll ask more questions naturally.
That's how real conversations work.
So, today, we want you to feel more comfortable talking about your job in a simple and relaxed way.
No stress, no pressure, just real English for real life.
You know, John, after people say what their job is, the next question is often about daily life.
Yes, something like, where do you work? Or what is a normal day like for you?
Exactly. Those questions help people connect, not just exchange information.
That's true. So, Catherine, where do you work?
I work at a small language school near my home.
Near your home sounds convenient.
Yes, very convenient. It takes me about 10 minutes to walk there.
That's lovely. A short walk to work can change your whole day.
It really can. I arrive feeling calm, not stressed from traffic.
I work from home, so my walk to work is about 5 seconds.
From the bed to the desk.
Exactly, sometimes still half asleep.
Working from home sounds comfortable, but I imagine it's not perfect either.
No, it has good sides and difficult sides like most jobs.
What do you like about working from home?
I like the freedom. I can choose when to take a break, when to make coffee.
And you don't have to commute.
Yes, no buses, no trains, no traffic.
That already sounds like a dream to many people.
It does, but sometimes it feels a little lonely.
Because you don't see people face to face.
Exactly. I talk to my coworkers on video calls, but it's not the same.
That's very honest. Many people feel that way, but don't always say it.
Yes, work is also about human connection, not just tasks.
I think that's something people forget when they talk about jobs.
They focus on the title, not the daily experience.
Exactly. Being a teacher means being with people all day.
Children, parents, other teachers.
Yes. Some days I talk so much that when I get home, I just want silence.
That makes sense. Your voice needs rest too.
It really does.
So, what does a normal workday look like for you?
I arrive at school around 8:15. I prepare my materials and drink some tea.
Tea sounds like an important part of the job.
Very important. Then the children arrive and suddenly everything becomes louder.
I can imagine the energy changing very quickly.
Yes, we start with a simple routine. Saying hello, maybe singing a short song.
Routine is such a useful word for daily life.
It is. A routine helps everyone feel safe and ready.
I also have a routine. I start work at 9, check emails, then make coffee.
Coffee seems to be your version of my tea.
Absolutely. Without coffee, I am not a graphic designer. I am just tired, John.
After the routine, what happens in your workday?
I usually work on projects. One project might be a logo, another might be a website.
So you don't do the same thing every day.
No, and that's something I really like. Every day feels a little different.
That helps you stay interested.
Yes. If every day were the same, I think I would feel bored.
I understand that. Teaching is similar. The structure is the same, but the people change the day.
And people always bring surprises.
Always, especially children.
When people talk about work, they often talk about time too.
Yes. Questions like, what time do you start or when do you finish?
Exactly. So when do you usually finish work?
Around 3:30 in the afternoon.
That sounds early to many people.
It does, but my day starts early too. And sometimes I work at home in the evening.
Preparing lessons, right?
Yes. Planning, thinking, sometimes worrying a little.
That thinking part is still work, even if you're at home.
Exactly. Work doesn't always stop when you leave the building.
I usually finish around 6, but sometimes later, if I'm in the middle of something.
It's hard to stop when you're focused.
Yes, I often say just 5 more minutes, and then suddenly it's dark outside.
I think many listeners are smiling right now because they know that feeling.
That's one of those shared human moments.
When people talk about their jobs, they also talk about feelings a lot.
Yes, words like tired, stressed, happy, proud.
So how do you usually feel at the end of a workday?
Honestly, a mix. Sometimes tired, sometimes satisfied.
Satisfied is a nice word.
Yes, it means you feel that you did something useful or meaningful.
I feel that way when a student finally understands something.
That must be very rewarding.
It is. Rewarding means it gives you a good feeling inside, even if it's hard work.
That's a great explanation. Not like a dictionary, but like real life.
And you, what makes your job feel rewarding?
When a client is happy with the final design. When they say, this is exactly what we wanted.
That moment makes the hard parts worth it.
Yes, even the changes in the long hours suddenly feel okay.
I think this is important for our listeners to hear.
That every job has good days and difficult days.
And it's okay to talk about both. Honestly and simply.
You don't need perfect English to share real feelings.
In the next part, I'd love to talk about skills, challenges, and dreams related to work.
Yes. How people talk about what they're good at and what they want to become.
That's often where conversations become more personal.
And more meaningful.
You mentioned skills earlier, John, and I think that's something people often talk about when they describe their jobs.
Yes, skills are the things you're good at, the things you learn over time.
Exactly. So what skills do you think are most important for your work?
Creativity is a big one. Being able to imagine something that doesn't exist yet.
That's a beautiful way to say it.
And also patience. Designs don't always work on the first try.
Patience seems to be a very common work skill.
Yes, and listening. Listening to clients even when you don't fully agree.
That's very real. Listening is important in my job too.
What skills do you need as a teacher?
Patience, definitely. Children ask the same question many times.
That already sounds challenging.
It can be. I also need to be organized. I plan lessons, activities, and time carefully.
Organization is an underrated skill, I think.
I agree. And kindness. Children learn better when they feel safe and supported.
That's something people don't always write on a job description, but it matters a lot.
It really does.
When people talk about work, they sometimes also talk about challenges.
Yes. The parts that are not easy.
So, what is the most challenging part of your job?
When a child feels sad or frustrated, I want to help, but sometimes it takes time.
That emotional part of work can be heavy.
Yes, but it also reminds me why my job matters.
That's a powerful thought. Difficult moments can give work meaning.
What about you? What is the hardest part of your job?
Big projects with tight deadlines, when time feels very short.
That pressure can be stressful.
It can. I sometimes feel like my brain doesn't want to cooperate.
That's such a human way to say it.
On those days, I try to take a short break and breathe.
That's good advice, even outside of work.
You know, many people also talk about their dream job.
Yes. Even if they like their current job, they still imagine other paths.
So, Catherine, if you weren't a teacher, what would you like to be?
I think maybe a tour guide. I like meeting people and sharing stories about places.
That fits you very well. Calm, friendly, curious.
Thank you. And you. If you weren't a graphic designer?
Maybe a chef. Cooking helps me relax.
That surprises me, but in a good way.
Creative jobs often connect in unexpected ways.
Talking about jobs is really talking about life, isn't it?
Yes, how we spend our days, our energy, our attention.
And that's why these conversations matter.
Even simple English can carry deep meaning.
I hope our listeners feel more confident now, just talking about their jobs in a natural way.
No big words needed, just simple sentences and honesty.
You can say what you do, where you work, how you feel, and that's enough.
That's real communication.
Before we say goodbye, we have a small invitation for you.
Yes, just a gentle one.
If today's conversation felt helpful or comforting, please leave a comment below.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
At the end of this episode, we'll ask you a question about today's topic. Please answer it in the comments.
And tell us what you want the next episode to be about.
We read your comments with care and attention.
And we reply with heart?
We're here to walk with you on this journey and help you feel more confident in English, one step at a time.
You're not alone.
Thank you for being with us today.
We'll talk again very soon.
Take care.